Well, folks, welcome back to the channel. You don't have to adjust your screen. We are in the total pitch black right now, so that's why you're not seeing anything. Currently have my camera pointed almost straight up into the sky. Got a few trees in the foreground just to have some reference of size and everything else. So tonight we are going to set the intervalometer on the camera, and we're going to let it shoot until it runs out of battery, and we're going to go to bed and let the camera do the work. So we're trying to catch the Perseid Meteors is what we're trying to get. Now, I did this about 4 years ago and it turned out fairly well. It was a bit of a cloudy night though, so I didn't get a lot. But we're just going to run through some settings. So currently I'm at 15 seconds for shutter speed. I'm using my Fuji XC 16 to 50, which is an okay lens. It's not the best lens in the world. I've got a new lens coming actually, Samyang 12mm f2 aperture, which would be a far better lens for this. However, we don't have it yet, and the meteor shower is peaking tonight, so the best lens to use is the one you currently have, so that's what we're going to go with. I've got image stabilization turned off. I'm not going to make that mistake again. I did that when I was shooting the Comet, and what ended up happening was some of my images were a little bit blurry because the in-body image stabilization was on, and I didn't realize it, and so the sensor was moving around trying to stabilize, so it made for a few fuzzy images. But the other thing we're going to set is our 2-second timer. So we'll go in and do that. The reason why I set a 2-second timer, I don't have my remote release set up. Usually I would use a remote release, but I use a 2-second timer just so that I can press the shutter button and then the camera can sit for 2 seconds before it takes the photo, so it doesn't pick up any motion, because we don't want it moving at all. And I've got my image stabilization off, which is what we want. ISO 3200, f3.5, and 15 seconds. And we're just going to fire off a test image here, and we'll see what we get from that. I don't want to go much more than 15 seconds. If I go much more than 15 seconds, then my stars will end up having little star trails. So, albeit star trails are nice, but that's not the effect we're going for here tonight. There we go. Pull that back up so we can take a look at it. I'll check focus. Now, you probably can't see it on there, but you can kind of see right over in here a little bit of the Milky Way. This little blob right here is actually a tree in my front yard. So I currently have the camera set up on the deck, which is kind of handy to live in an area that's very dark. And you can see that there are millions of stars there. And if I look up, I can see some stars, but I don't see as many as what the camera's seeing. So I'm fairly happy with that. I might go 20 seconds though, because those are okay. They're not, they look like they're in focus, so let's double check. Yeah, that's in focus. Okay, so we're gonna go 20 seconds and try a test shot. Let's just go back. And let's try a 20-second shot, just so we can compare and see the difference. we should see even more stars when we do the 20-second shot. Just that extra 5 seconds does make a difference. If you're wondering what that noise is, I've let the dog out and she's on her leash, so she's making a little bit of noise. Miley, come here. Alright, let's see what we got with this one. Come here, Miley. Yeah, so with that one you can see that's a little better shot. So we're going to go with those settings, I think. You can see a little more light in there. A little more Milky Way right in here. So we'll go with those settings. So 20 seconds, f3.5, and 3200 for an ISO. So now what we want to do, get the mosquito off of us. Start with that. Apologize for this being shaky. I'm doing this handheld tonight. So let's go into our settings. And we are going to go to interval timer shooting. So I want to take a photo every 1 second, and I want to do, let's do, just for fun, let's take 150 photos tonight and see what we end up with. And okay to start. And there she goes. So this will now go 20-second shots, f3.5, ISO 3200, and it'll take 150 of those shots with a 1 second brief pause in between them. We'll just make sure it's working here, but it should be. So it'll process that and it should start a new one. And this is how you drain your batteries very quickly. This takes a lot of battery power to do these. So yeah, so that's running. So we'll let that run. We'll take a look at what we have in the morning. All right, it's the next morning, about 5:30 a.m. and we're gonna check and see what the camera got here. This is the setup, as you can see. Like I said, very simple setup. I'm 5 feet from my front door, and all we did was point it up towards the sky, and we got some of these trees here in the shot. And you can see we got some clouds here. Oh, there's the moon. Hopefully the clouds stayed away. And we got some shots. Let's just see here. And hopefully somewhere in here we maybe got a meteor, which would be really nice. Anyway, we took 150 shots, so we'll go through and see what we have. You can see I'm flipping through here. And if we didn't get a meteor, maybe what I'll do is I'll just do I'll stack these in a program called Star Stacks, and maybe I'll just do a star trail photo. I'll take the 150 photos and layer them on top of each other. So anyway, we'll go through those. We'll see what we got. If we got some meteor, then we'll post them up at the end of this video. So thank you for watching, and we appreciate it. Make sure you click on subscribe, and click on the notification bell, and that way you get notified whenever we put content up. Thanks for watching.